1 year. 1 fucking year. 1 year that I have been on and off on this project, and I kept thinking I was going to start, and then maybe not, and then maybe yes, but on this topic, and then actually not. Today I have finally started writing my new book. You may have read my previous book, Covert Hypnosis in Real Life. This new one that I am writing right now will be geared at communication techniques on a much wider field than just therapeutic conversations. It has been a while. I wanted to bring some contribution to this field, seeing channels like Charisma on Command or stuff like that. I noticed there is a huge demand and many things I tend to get bored of, but this is the one of the few ones I really don't get any boredom from. I always love breaking down communication, seeing how this persuasive script can work, seeing how this therapeutic conversation can lead to a positive outcome because of some NLP techniques being used or whatever. I knew I wanted to bring a contribution to the field of persuasive linguistics and developing charisma and frame control and the seduction abilities, whatever, through the way you talk, the way you use words skillfully. But I wasn't really quite sure of how to do that, in which direction should I lead this. Is it not just a waste of time because YouTube is already taking a lot of time, so is it not just a waste to start a book right now? But now all those excuses are finally gone, put in the toilet, and you get the idea. And I have started this new book. Initially I took the original sleight of mouth model and wondered, okay, this is definitely great, this is awesome, but I think I see potential for more than only what Robert Dilts and Doug O'Brien have produced. I think this model can go way beyond that, and I developed my model, which is obviously a variation of sleight of mouth. It is not something I completely invented from scratch. It is based on their model, but it is altered, shifted. This will be called Magical Linguistics, and I have already produced a few breakdowns using that new model. Maybe the version you see right now on screen will still slightly alter until the day the book is finally published, but I elaborated on this model and gave some other terminologies, used the different directions for some of the techniques that you will discover soon enough. And basically I really want to open the wide of applications to get it not only into therapeutic interventions, but also in any kind of frame control situations. For example, one thing I love to refer to is, it is one thing, think about this for a minute, it is one thing to be able to use NLP or frame control or persuasive techniques or covert hypnosis. It is one thing to use all those techniques or sleight of mouth into a therapy session or a coaching session where you talk only with somebody who has verbally expressed that he or she wanted to be helped, he wanted to be changed, and you had like 30 minutes to build a rapport. That is one thing to be able to use conversational hypnosis or whatever into that context. That is a whole other thing, open your ears, that is a whole other thing to be able to use all those techniques as skillfully in a context, for example, like a bouncer in a club with intoxicated people or aggressive people with whom you just don't have time to build a rapport so much. So I want my version of the model to be much more fluid, much easier to apply in real life, even in a rapid conversation where you just don't have time to think at all. How can we find the smallest, the finest, the simplest tips to use any of those language patterns right away, no matter who is in front of you, no matter that there are high stakes in the situation or whatever, you can just download this into your brain and use it right away. That is the goal of this coming book. So you are going to see many more breakdowns on YouTube using that model, and first of all it is giving you first a clue of how to use it, and for me it is also a way to sharpen my mind around, okay, how specifically do I want to teach that so that anyone, including people who are completely ignorant about NLP, even people like this can learn it and can use it right away. On a side note, to celebrate the fact my brain has finally grew a fucking pair of balls and started writing this thing I just found 1,000 excuses to not do, you can find right now in the description a promotion that will only last for 4 days on all my courses. You have this down below, an 80% off discount on any of the courses you want from the link down below. It is a small gift also because we have almost reached 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, or close to, and thank you for all your support. Thank you for the kind messages I receive sometimes from some of you, and I could also receive some from the other part of you who are not sending me anything. Go ahead, please send me your feedback, only positive one. Also negative one if you want. But basically you have this promotion as a gift to thank you for having been supportive of the work I do and of all the things I provide for this channel and for the people watching. And with that in mind, the next question is when specifically this book will be out? When can you physically touch the book and read it with your own eyes? Well, that is the more confusing thing. I can't provide a specific date right now. I would say that in the worst case scenario, worst case of the worst case scenario, I would say 1 year from now, from the moment this video is being published. But knowing myself as I do, I know I will be done before that for sure. So I would say best case scenario before Christmas 2024. Best case scenario, and let's just see how it is progressing. In any case, still YouTube videos, you can still watch the breakdowns using that new model and watching the channel elaborating more on conversational tactics in real life situations from now. And waiting for that, you can obviously subscribe if you haven't already done so, and also send me an email or comment down below this video if there is any specific demand you would have or any specific issue you have with those communication skills that you would like an answer for. And I will do my best to incorporate all of that into the book. I want this book, this new book, to be the center of one of the centers of knowledge on this topic. So any concerns or issues you have had with your communication skills in the past, in your life, in personal relationships, in a professional context, whatever, you can just email me about this, and that will be great to use as material, even without mentioning your name or anything, but to use as material to provide good real-life examples in the book. That is all for this video. Stay subscribed. Stay here and see you soon in the next video, whatever. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.